So what's included with a Hauseit Buyer Closing Credit? We'll demystify the following topic in this video. My name is Chris at Hauseit. Hauseit is the largest assisted FSBO and buyer agent commission rebate company in New York City, established in 2014. By way of introduction, I'm also one of the partner brokers. So if we were to speak, I would tell you that, first of all, working with a buyer's agent is completely free. Buyers never pay commission, and the total commission for both brokers is always paid by the seller. Typically, the seller signs an exclusive listing agreement and agrees to pay, say, 6% of the total sale price in commission if a property sells. It's then up to the listing broker to co-broke the commission in the MLS or RLS according to association rules. For example, in New York City, the Revenue RLS requires an at least equal co-broke or splitting of commission in favor of the buyer's agent. This means that a typical 6% listing commission would be split 3% to the buyer's agent and 3% to the listing agent. This happens in 90% of cases because most buyers are represented. If, however, you decide to go direct to the listing agent, then the seller pays 6% regardless, and the listing agent ends up collecting both sides of the commission. This is actually quite rare, and listing agents typically don't expect to be able to luck out and collect both sides of the commission if the buyer waives his or her right to free representation. After we are paid our commission, and after our check clears, we will have our bank send you a check by mail for 2/3 of the commission that we've earned, subject to a minimum of 1% or $7,500 to us as of this filming. You can play around with our interactive commission rebate calculator on our Buyer Closing Credit product page to estimate how much you will receive back in commission. So how do we work with buyers? Well, it depends on how far along you are in your search. If you are quite early and you're not sure on which neighborhoods you want to live in yet, well, it may make sense for you to explore neighborhoods first on your own. If you're looking to buy in New York City, this could involve walking around different neighborhoods or different boroughs and seeing where, generally speaking, you would like to live, and pinpointing perhaps a few neighborhoods that you would like to search more seriously in before connecting with us. Alternatively, if you are looking to buy in, let's say, Westchester, it may make sense for you to drive around as well and explore different neighborhoods, perhaps stop by open houses first. The same goes if you're looking to buy in the city, to get a general feel of what you like and don't like, and which neighborhoods you prefer, and any must-haves you might have. This is generally advised even for traditional no rebate buyer agent services. Most agents will appreciate if you do some of this initial legwork yourself. Otherwise, it can take many showings, sometimes even hundreds, to eventually land on a property. So given the amount of the rebate that we give you, we certainly would appreciate some assistance in this as well. And as I mentioned, this is actually industry standard practice. With that said, we do provide a full service offering, and of course, if you wish to see a property a second time, sometimes the listing agent may require or demand that the buyer's agent show up, then of course we would certainly be happy to not only schedule that second private showing for you or even attend that private showing with you. And of course, we'll be there for the final walkthrough and anything else that is required. So in summary, it's best to attend open houses on your own. It provides you the utmost flexibility. You don't need to schedule an appointment in advance. If you're late or forget, it doesn't matter. However, if you want to see a property that doesn't have an open house listed, we of course would be happy to schedule it for you. Though if you have already scheduled a private showing directly with the listing agent, that's not the end of the world either. Sometimes that may even be preferred if you are, as we discussed earlier, unsure of which neighborhoods or, generally speaking, which areas you would want to live in. You could simply schedule directly, and of course, if you don't like the property, then there's nothing to do anyway. And if you do and want to see it again, you can actually say something like, well, I didn't think I would like this, so I didn't want to waste my buyer agent's time, but I actually might consider it, so my agent will be in touch. And that's completely acceptable. Is there any exclusivity involved? No, we don't require any exclusivity agreements. And in fact, the only thing we will send for you to sign is a very simple agreement specifying what and how much we will pay you. It is not an exclusive right to represent agreement, and it can be canceled at any time. So what's the difference between our service and other discount brokers? Well, the answer is our partner brokerages are not discount brokers. This is actually a very important distinction to make, because when we are negotiating on your behalf, we would like the conversation with other agents to focus on the transaction and the property, not any sort of commission gimmick or rebate that you are receiving. That should not be the focus, and we feel that having the rebate be more discreet, because you are working with a traditional buyer's broker, leads to better outcomes for our customers. There's less friction, listing agents aren't concerned about how their business is potentially being disrupted, and perhaps listing agents are less angry if you loop in a buyer's agent later in the process and they find out that you did so in order to get some of the commission. A lot of that can be avoided, and there's generally less friction we found in working with a traditional brand, and this is why we do have different brands at our platform. So anyway, we hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit like or subscribe. Leave us a comment below if you have any questions. And of course, if you're looking to sell in New York City, we can help you save up to 6% with our assisted FSBO listing service. And if you're looking to buy, of course, this video is about saving up to 2% on the buy side on your home purchase. Again, my name is Chris at Hauseit, and we'll see you on the next one.